Rotary International's 1.2 million member organization started with the vision of one man, Paul P. Harris. The Chicago attorney formed one of the world's first service organizations, the Rotary Club of Chicago, on the 23rd of February, 1905, as a place where professionals with diverse backgrounds could exchange ideas and form meaningful, lifelong friendships. Rotary's name came from the group's early practice of rotating meetings among the offices of each member. On the 23rd of February, 1905, Paul Harris, Gustavo Slor, Sylvester Scheel, and Hiram Shoury gathered in Lohr's office, room 711 of Chicago's Unity Building, for what would become known as the first Rotary Club meeting. It was Paul Harris's desire for camaraderie among business associates that brought together these four men and eventually led to an international organization of service and fellowship. Little did these men know during that historic first meeting that Rotary would grow to an association of tens of thousands of clubs in over 85% of the world's countries. Nor could they envision that Rotary would quickly become a force for good, bringing hope for a brighter future to millions of people around the world. Rotary's commitment to service began in 1907 with the construction of Chicago's first public comfort stations. With this inaugural project, the Rotary Club of Chicago became the world's first service club organization. Thanks to the vision and untiring efforts of Paul Harris, the Rotary ideal of service soon swept the world. By 1921, Rotary clubs had been formed on every continent, with the number reaching 1,000 by year's end. An endowment fund for doing good in the world was created in 1917. This fund was the forerunner of the Rotary Foundation, which today is one of the world's largest charitable foundations. Its visionary educational and humanitarian programs provide the best means of achieving the world betterment and peace that are the ideals of every Rotarian. Even in these earliest decades, Rotary was so respected that it drew presidents, prime ministers, and other luminaries to its ranks. As Rotary grew, it also expanded its mission. The association's commitment to high ethical standards was first articulated in 1932 by Rotarian Herbert J. Taylor. This code of ethics was later adopted by Rotary as the four-way test. The four-way test is a nonpartisan, non-sectarian ethical guide for Rotarians to use for their personal and professional relationships. Today, the test has been translated into more than 100 languages and is recited by Rotarians at all club meetings. In the 1940s, Rotary played a significant role in the birth of the United Nations, with 50 Rotarians specifically invited to serve as delegates, advisors, and consultants at the UN Charter Conference. After Paul Harris's death in 1947, an outpouring of donations in his name made the Rotary Foundation a reality. The first foundation program, now known as Ambassadorial Scholarships, is today the world's largest privately funded international scholarship program. With pioneering programs like health, hunger, and humanity grants, group study exchange, and matching grants, the Rotary Foundation expanded its efforts for humanitarian service and international understanding throughout the 1960s and 70s. In the 1980s, Rotary continued to develop and expand its programs. The Rotary Community Corps, first known as the Rotary Village Corps, was created to spur economic development and self-sufficiency in both rural and urban communities. The World Community Service Program, which began in the 1960s, grew considerably as Rotarians became increasingly involved in international service. 1985 witnessed the start of one of the most significant international service efforts in Rotary's history. The Polio Plus program was inaugurated to fulfill Rotary's historic commitment to immunize all the world's children against polio. Initial efforts towards this goal began in the Philippines with the immunization of over 6 million children. Today, only 3 countries remain polio affected, down from 125 in 1988. So far, Rotary has contributed more than $1.8 billion towards eradicating the disease worldwide. The eventual declaration of a world completely free of polio will be Rotary's proud and lasting legacy to the children of the world. In the 1990s, Rotary addressed important global issues. Environmental protection was the focus of the Preserve Planet Earth service opportunity, while literacy, aging, drug abuse prevention, disaster relief, and family issues were afforded emphasis during those years. Today, billions of children are growing up without the threat of crippling disease or hunger, and thousands of communities worldwide enjoy clean water, sanitation, healthcare, and education, all thanks to Rotary's history of compassion and commitment. Working together, Rotarians will continue to assure that what has been accomplished in its first century of service is not only Rotary's history, but its legacy to the future. A legacy that we strive to preserve here at our home, the Rotary Club of Jasper. Under the leadership of First President Dennis Burnett, the Rotary Club of Jasper was chartered in 1989 by a group of local individuals who saw the needs of the community and felt called upon to help. During its inception, club members gathered for lunch every Wednesday at noon at the historic Woodbridge Inn. 3 decades later, the club continues to meet every Wednesday at noon. Due to its growth in membership, meetings are now held at the Appalachian campus of Chattahoochee Technical College. At every Rotary meeting, Rotary Club of Jasper members gather to engage in Rotary's mission to serve, and to do so based on the principles of the 4-way test, as well as the international motto of Service Above Self. The Rotary motto, Service Above Self, conveys the humanitarian spirit of Rotary International's more than 1.2 million members. Strong fellowship among Rotarians, meaningful community, and international service projects characterize Rotary worldwide and have served as the hallmark of the Rotary Club of Jasper since its founding in 1989.
Rotary is important to me because of the motto, Service Above Self. It means that we give back to the community, not only in the community but in the world, especially with the concept of where we are of ending polio worldwide.
Among the Rotary Club of Jasper's many service projects is the Music Park, which was built in 2018. The Music Park was designed to serve as the only outdoor recreational facility in the city of Jasper to date that is able to accommodate the needs of handicapped children, thereby ensuring that everyone has a place to play. In recognition of their efforts, the Rotary Club of Jasper was presented with the Significant Achievement Award for the Music Park in 2018. The Rotary Club of Jasper is also proud to be a part of the success of Pickens County's First Readers program. First Readers addresses one of the most basic issues of childhood literacy, ensuring the availability of quality books in the home so that parents can read to their child. The Rotary Club of Jasper started the First Readers program in 2009 with the distribution of 2 books. 11 years later, the program thrives as a community program and has distributed 125,000 books.
One of the things I'm most proud of being a member of the Rotary Club of Jasper is working with the First Readers program. They provide literature and reading resources for families to be used in the house, to help with childhood early development.
The legacy of the Hope House dates back to 1996, when Judge Brenda Weaver spoke to a group at Big Canoe Chapel, expressing the need for additional housing and services for children who had been removed from their home due to parental abuse or incarceration. Judge Weaver asked attendees to visualize being a child removed from their home and further imagine being forced to spend the night in the lobby of the county jail because there was no other place to go. Upon being informed of this need in our community, members of the Rotary Club of Jasper committed to build a home to accommodate these children. The Hope House was built in May of 1997, creating a legacy of love for our local children. Since opening more than 2 decades ago, the Hope House has served over 800 children by providing a loving and positive home environment.
Back in 1996, Judge Brenda Weaver was preparing to speak to the folks at the Big Canoe Chapel. And when she was there, she let people know that we did not have an emergency shelter for children. When DFACS had to remove a child due to neglect or abuse, they had no place to go in Pickens County. And so with that understanding that we had a need to care for children, the Rotary Club and Big Canoe Chapel and the community said, let's build a house. And in 1997, we opened. And so we take care of children, give them a safe place to thrive. We have children at the Hope House between ages of birth and 17. Right now, our children are in the ages of 4 to 14. The Stargills are our house parents, and they have 2 kids of their own. And so whenever they go on vacation, they take the Hope House kids with them, so they have a family. They also participate in dance, in football, in sports, whatever it might be. These children have as normal and regular a life as we can possibly give them until their parents' court cases are settled. Appalachian CASA, which is court-appointed advocates for children, what we do is look after the kids as a special voice along with DFACS, making sure the kids have as much representation and suggestion about their well-being as possible. So it's 24/7 care for these children. We may have them 3 months, we may have them 9 months. Right now we have a young man that we've had for 4 years since he was born. He's only had one visitor, and that's been his cousin. And so this little boy has only known Hope House for his entire life. We have his sister as well. And so again, it's just important to be able to make sure these children have the love and the care that they need, so as they mature, they will be stable and hopefully well balanced.
The Rotary Club of Jasper realizes that educators are some of our greatest public servants. They spend their lives educating our youth and shaping our nation for tomorrow. Every year, the Rotary Club of Jasper seeks to honor our Pickens County educators and staff by putting together and delivering over 700 care packages to schools throughout Pickens County.
Personally, I love that Rotary Club is so active in our community, whether it's standing up little free libraries across the county, providing dictionaries to elementary school kids, or even giving gift bags for our educators. There is something for everyone to do at the Rotary Club.
Born from an idea of Jasper Mayor Steve Lawrence, along with Gina Penley of Georgia Mountains Hospice, the first annual Public Safety Appreciation Dinner was held on November 12, 2019. The event was created to pay tribute to the heroes who walk among us every day, those who seldom seek glory, praise, or recognition for the sacrifices they make. Special awards of recognition are given to public safety members throughout Pickens County whose commitment to their duties profoundly exemplify Rotary International's motto of service above self. A highlight of the 2019 event was a presentation by David McDonald from the office of Georgia Congressman Doug Collins of an entry placed into the congressional record. Congressman Collins signified the importance of this event in recognizing and thanking those who put their lives on the line on behalf of our community. Congressman Collins stated, "This is exactly the type of initiative that represents the true values of the people in my district. While I am humbled by and grateful for their efforts, I am not surprised by this true reflection of their priorities and their character."
I'm proud to be part of Rotary International and, more importantly, the Rotary Club of Jasper. It allows me the opportunity to work with a group of individuals from all different backgrounds that all share the same common desire to help people, especially here in Pickens and across the globe.
These are just some of the many projects that the Rotary Club of Jasper has given to the community. From donating a room to the Boys and Girls Club of North Georgia, the annual golf tournament, the dictionary program, which provides free dictionaries to every third grader in the Pickens County school system, the high school essay program, the installation of the Peace Pole at Roper Park, the annual Mardi Gras in the Mountains event, the Little Free Library program, and the contributions made to Rotary International's efforts, these Rotarians truly do represent the Rotary motto of service above self.
You know, one person can do something, but when you have a lot of people working together on something that you really believe in, you can get so much more done. That's a given. Well, unity is strength. And so if you can have unity to do good, just imagine all the things that you can do. So in my world, Rotary is that unity for the strength to do good things.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment that you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. No, you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath.
We live in a world of constant political turmoil. 24/7 we are bombarded by news and social media that tells us the very worst about people instead of showing us the very best. If we are not careful, we as individuals will lose our sense of self and also our sense of community. Rotary is a non-political service club. So for 1 hour a week, every Rotarian lays aside their political hat and takes up their community hat. Rotary is not something I've got to do. Rotary is something I get to do. For 1 hour each week, I am among like-minded people who believe in service above self, who believe that helping others is a worthwhile endeavor, who believe that children should have a house of hope, a music park, food to eat, and books to read. Rotary is only one of several service clubs and nonprofits that working together in our community make us the strong community that we are. Rotary is my path for belonging and giving back to the community that I love. I ask you to come